Hey everybody, it's me Chris. I'm back over here in the kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite pasta dishes, and that's pasta with broccoli, garlic, and oil. Let me show you what I got here. I got some salt and pepper. I'm using thin spaghetti. It's a pound I'm going to use. I got some grated cheese. This is bouillon base. This stuff is really good. It's low sodium, but it adds a great flavor to your pasta dish. I got some extra virgin olive oil, some garlic. I'm going to make this one spicy. These are dried chilies, but you can leave it out if you want. And then I have my broccoli here. It's about a pound and a half of broccoli. Okay, so while I prep my broccoli and my garlic, I just got a pot of water here boiling, and then I have a large pan. You can use a skillet, whatever you have, to cook the broccoli in with the garlic and oil, and I'll eventually transfer the pasta into that pan. Alright, so let me show you how we put this together. This dish is so simple. The ingredients are so simple, but it's really good. You're going to love it. First thing I want to do, I got my broccoli here, and this came already pre-washed. These are broccoli florets. But if you get any big ones like this, just take them and cut them in half. You want it to be bite-sized, and you can see some of them are really large. So that's all I'm going to do. Just take the larger ones and cut them in half. So my broccoli looks good. Now I'm going to cut my garlic. And the garlic is optional. You can use as much or as little as you want. I got a couple of heads here. Let's see how large these cloves are. I'm just going to cut the stem off. And then what I'm going to do is just separate each clove just like this and give it a smash. Take it out of the paper. And I'm going to leave these whole. And let's put them right back into the bowl. So my broccoli and garlic are prepped, and let's go over to the stove. I'll show you how quick this comes. Right, so my water's already boiling here. I'm going to heat my pan up to high, and I'm going to salt the water. And I always use just regular table salt when I make pasta. I don't use my kosher salt, but you want to give it a good generous amount, a couple tablespoons. All right, so my pan's nice and hot. I'm going to add a good 3 or 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And then I'm going to add my garlic, and I'm going to start to brown this. I got it on pretty high heat. I want to get this garlic nice and caramelized. So once this garlic really starts to sizzle, you want to make sure you don't burn it. But I usually like to tilt the pan like this, and I kind of move the garlic into the corner. I got a rubber spatula, and you can see it's already getting nice and brown here, and I'm starting to toast it. So I'm going to keep turning it so that it gets evenly browned on all sides, just for about a minute or so. And I'm going to add my chilies. Just starting to smell really great. Now in with the chilies. Now these chilies are dried chilies. These are really spicy. If you break them open and take the seeds out, it's going to be even more spicy. So I don't want it too hot. So I'm just going to leave them whole, and you'll get a nice strong heat, but it won't burn your mouth. Okay, so I'm just tilting the pan a little bit. I want to make sure this doesn't burn. And this is looking pretty good. It's just about done. It only takes a couple minutes to get the garlic nice and browned and caramelized. Now this is an important step. So I don't want to burn this. So I'm just going to, I put it on low, but I'm going to move this pan off the heat for a second. Alright, so this part's all about the timing. And you really want to make sure you cook the broccoli perfectly so it's not too mushy. Or on the other side if it's not too raw. So once my garlic is really nice and toasted and brown, I'm going to lower it. I'm going to move the pan off the heat. And at that point, you got to check your pasta to see what the cooking time is. I'm using thin spaghetti. It's only 7-8 minutes. And I know my broccoli is going to need to steam for about 5 minutes. So you'll see in the next take here, I'm just going to drop my pasta. I'm going to add my broccoli with some pasta water and cover it and steam it. And then by the time the pasta cooks, the broccoli will be perfectly cooked. Alright, so I drop my spaghetti. I leave my spaghetti whole. It's 1 pound of thin spaghetti, and I like the Barilla. I think it cooks the best. And I use my tongs here, and I just give it a good mix. And the mixing, right when you drop it in, you want to stir the pasta and make sure that doesn't stick. Alright, now I pull my pan back onto the heat, and I'm going to turn it back up to high. And I'm going to add my broccoli. Just a pinch of salt, not too much. A little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to give it a quick stir in the oil. Pasta water. I'm using about 3 ladles. got the Better Than bouillon. It's just about a heaping teaspoon, about a tablespoon. I'm going to put that in there. And I'm just going to put the lid right on top and let this broccoli steam, and I'll check it in about 5 minutes. So after about 2 or 3 minutes, just check on your broccoli. You can see it's already starting to get soft. I'm just going to mix this around and stir in that Better Than bouillon so that it evenly is distributed with the pasta water. And then this looks like it's pretty good. Put the lid back and wait for the pasta to finish cooking. Alright, so my pasta's done. I already tried one. It's still a little bit al dente. It's just about a minute underdone. I'm going to shut that off and I'll show you how to combine it. So I shut the fire off on the broccoli too, and you can just poke it with a knife and you can see how tender the broccoli is. It's perfectly cooked. It only took about 5 or 6 minutes. And this is an important step. You want to go right from your pasta water to the broccoli. You don't want to rinse it or do anything else to it. It just goes right in, and it's going to combine with the olive oil, the garlic, the chilies, and it's going to be really, really great flavor. I'm mixing this, and I'm going to add in, you want to add at least a couple more ladles of the pasta water, and that's going to help make kind of an extra sauce for you. It's just ready to be plated up. I got a nice pasta bowl here, and I'll just grab it with my tongs. Just give it a little bit of a spin. You want to try and keep it tight so it stays warm right in the bowl. And then I'll come in here with my ladle, and you don't want to eat these chilies. I mean, you can, but I don't. They can be quite hot. So I'm just going to grab some extra broccoli and some of the roasted garlic and put that on top. And now the last thing you want to add here, of course, is a really nice generous amount of grated cheese, whatever one you like. And we're ready to try. So I like to just start in I'll take a little piece in the corner here of the pasta first and twirl it. And then you can grab a piece of garlic and a little piece of broccoli, and you got a perfect bite. And man, is that good. Definitely reminds me of my childhood, something I grew up with, but it's really, really fabulous. And you probably find this in a lot of really nice Italian restaurants, but you can make it at home. You can probably make it better. Again, a couple of keys, that little bit of Better Than bouillon just gives it a lot of flavor, an umami flavor. You could use vegetable bouillon base if you want to keep it vegetarian. And then just the timing with the broccoli to make sure that it's perfectly cooked. And the use of the pasta water at the end. This is a phenomenal dish. This is a 5-star dish cost you about $5 to feed your whole family. So hope you try it. The pasta with broccoli, garlic, and oil. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching the video.